Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is so hot. I tell you. So I had a meeting with the Blues Foundation, and I'm coming out of the library, which was really cold. And so I figured sometimes on the way home I can drive without the AC being on because I'm still kind of like thawing out. But holy cow, today it's really, really hot. I think it's 110. I know, crazy. So anyhow, I am headed to Fry's real quick because I wanted to get something to eat. I think I'm going to make a wonton soup. I think that's what I'm desiring. And what's funny is, so I'm going to get a wonton soup, and it is hot outside. But that's just kind of what I feel like. The last couple of days, so today is Thursday. On Monday, I decided to fast, and I fasted Monday and went into Tuesday. And I tell you, we went out of town on the weekend and went up to Show Low. It was beautiful. It was 4th of July. I ate normally, and it was delicious. We went to some of the best places ever. And oh my gosh, I have to tell you that when I decided to fast on Monday, that was a little difficult because my body, of course, was used to the eating. But I decided that I needed to stop fasting on Tuesday because every time I stretched even a little, my body started to cramp really bad. So I wanted to do a 100-hour fast, and I ended up just doing it whatever time frame that was. So maybe 36 hours is what it ended up being. It was way too difficult. I did try to do some broth. That didn't help. So I decided for the sake of my body, I better eat some food. And so I ended up eating a bondigas soup, which was really good, from a local restaurant in town. And actually, I went by to pick up Richie. So actually, I went by my son's to pick up my grandson, Richie, because I bought him swim class lessons. And Tuesday was our first time to go to swim class. And they had ordered from a local Mexican restaurant, and that food looked so good. I told Donnie when he got home, let's go over there and have dinner. Another thing is, like, Donnie and I usually eat together on Tuesday nights, and then we're so busy the rest of the week, we don't really eat together until maybe Friday, and then, of course, the weekends. So I was glad that I stopped fasting because then I could eat dinner with Donnie. But it rained so badly that Richie's class got canceled, and so we were able to go out to eat instead of me having to cook at home, which is where I got the bondigas soup. And I tell you, after you fast, it reboots your body, right? It reboots your system. It's cleansing out all that gross stuff you've held on to because we're like storage lockers. So it's emptying out the storage lockers and creating new cells. So many good things with fasting. But one of the side effects is that when you do get reintroduced to food, sometimes you're very affected by it, or sensitive, I should say. Like, you're sensitive to the taste of the actual food. So, for example, for the bondigas soup, it was so salty. Oh my gosh. To me, it was beyond salty. I only ended up eating just a little bit of it, and I also had a cheese crisp, which was delicious. I love cheese crisps. That's one of my favorite things. And you can't really mess up a cheese crisp, just like you can't really mess up a quesadilla either. And so I had that, and I had the bondigas soup, and I ended up bringing home the bondigas soup. And then yesterday I finished it, but I actually added water to it because I was like, well, maybe it's just because I finished fasting and it felt salty, and then I had it yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so salty. So I'm salty enough, so I don't need that extra salt, but I went ahead and ate it after I watered it down, and it was delicious. And I ended up eating my leftovers has chicken and vegetable, and you can buy two different kinds. Like there's one that are called mini wontons, and then the other ones that are regular more like pot stickers, because I call it wonton soup, but it's really, I should call it pot stickers, yeah. Or gozas, I think that's what they call it too. So there's many different names for the little like pasta in a sense concoction that they make, but we use wonton wrappers to make them, and so that's why I guess I just call it wonton soup. But I put in a frozen piece of corn, which is always really good. Sometimes I put in the pho noodles, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put in shrimp, but I don't have any right now, so I'm not going to do that. And then other times I just eat it pretty basic with just the wontons themselves. I have accidentally gotten the bigger wontons or goizas, whatever, and that's a little bit difficult because by the time you heat everything up and those defrosted in your hot soup, they like really fall apart. So I learned like not to get those, but I think today that's what I'm going to have for my dinner lunch. I decided not to eat before my meeting because I was in kind of a hurry to get there, and I had to pick up some diamond art on the way that this lady was selling a whole bunch of kits. Like I think I got 6 or 7 little kits altogether for $20, and that's a pretty good deal. So I figure that'll keep me out of mischief, and just gonna head home. But I have to do my dialysis exchange first because today that the meeting was at 1, so I had to leave at 12:30, and usually 1 or 2 is when I do my next exchange. So today I've had to push it off to 3:30 because my alarm just went off right now, reminding me that it's 3 o'clock, you need to do your exchange. So I think instead of stopping at Fry's, I'm going to just zoom home and get my exchange started so that I'm not going so late this evening with it. But that's the joy of dialysis, especially PD, is you can fluctuate that way. Every once in a while, you just want to pretty much stay pretty dedicated to doing it on time though. So there's that. All right, I will talk to you guys later because at this point now I need to turn on the AC and enjoy some cooler weather or temperature. All right, have a good one. Drink your water. Bye-bye.